Here at Hemmings.com, we not only drive classic cars,
Holy shit.
we build them too. Over the years, we've put together some fun and exciting projects. Sometimes it goes according to plan. Sometimes it doesn't. But in the end, keeping these classics on the road is worth all the work. These are our top 5 favorite builds so far from our shows here on YouTube. Number 5, Project Rampart, our race-prepped Dodge Durango SRT Hellcat.
Do a launch. Ready? Whoa! God damn, this thing's fast. As it sits now with all the modifications, 6,300 pounds, you simply are never wanting for power. It just pulls. It'll just keep going until it hits 180 miles an hour, which is the top speed.
A 1991 Ford Mustang GT Fox Body from our series Fox Body Rehab.
Anyone that has ever tried to build a car knows the type of thrash you have to do to get it done, and more importantly, get it done right. And the guys, they went above and beyond on our little Fox Body right here.
And this is a fun project. You know, what you saw was a bunch of guys that were basically in their late 40s and their early 50s reliving high school. And we took a long time in the garage, 12, 14-hour days to build this thing. But you know what? It was great. We laughed, we giggled like school kids. Nobody argued, nobody did anything, and it was one common goal, and that goal was to build just a nostalgia Fox Body from the late 80s, early 90s, and we did that.
Number 3 is none other than Big Green, our 1981 Chevy Suburban from our on-the-road build series, Road to Improvement.
That's big.
What do you think?
An American.
Yeah. This I really kind of fell in love with. The whole concept of Road to Improvement, right, is that unlike every other build show in the history of the world that just throws parts on a vehicle and then you never see the vehicle move, we're going to do it as we're moving.
Oh, so it's kind of like what happens after the rom-com ends? Do they live happily ever after?
That's exactly right. This is such a bare bones truck, which makes it the perfect candidate for kind of what we were thinking. The goal is to show the viewers, 1, you could get into a truck for relatively inexpensive. 2, you can upgrade it, you can get on your merry way. But 2, you can have all the creature comforts of home in a vehicle that looks as badass as this.
It does look badass.
Yeah.
What is that noise? This is the first time that we've actually gotten it on the road, and it's, well, I don't know, can you all hear that massive rattle back there?
I don't hear anything.
No? No, you don't, oh, it went away. So,
You just gotta find its sympathetic resonance.
I think we just found it.
Going back to our Rehab series is number 2, our 1987 Chevrolet Camaro IROC-Z.
Man, what a difference. What a difference. One of the coolest parts about doing a build like this is starting with something that you can baseline, that you know is kind of worn out and at the end of its life cycle, and then interjecting some new life into it. Because what you're doing is you're taking that vehicle, sprinkling a little fairy dust, and by fairy dust I mean a brand new Edelbrock small block, like new suspension, exhaust, transmission, and all of a sudden that one vehicle that most people would be ready to discard becomes something wonderful. So at day's end, what did we wind up with? Well, aside from a visually appealing IROC, right? I mean, you look at the outside, we changed the entire look and feel of this car by not doing that much, and that makes a big difference. We've got a great car that you can row through the gears, that has plenty of power, that's fun, that's enjoyable, and that you don't have to worry about. You can still take this and you can drive it to the supermarket. God forbid you have it off on the autocross or the racetrack and you ding or twist something. It's not that expensive to fix. But more importantly, it's the enjoyment level. I mean, first, listen, 2, experience, 3, smile, right? That's what we've accomplished and couldn't be happier. I promise you, you're gonna fall in love with this Camaro just like we did. All good stuff.
And finally, number 1, Killer Mike's Buick Grand National.
Well, here's the deal. Fact of the matter is, in this episode, you're going to see us finish the car, road test the car, Mike's going to show up, and then we're going to go to the Grammys.
That's it?
That's it.
So we're just shaking down the car. We know we have to raise the rear suspension up a little bit. It's rubbing in the back. So tomorrow morning, we're gonna raise the suspension and also fender roll the rear a little bit. It steers great. It stops great. It makes cool noises. We gotta get it cleaned up tomorrow, and then Mike will be driving it to the Grammys.
I've never been more excited for the culmination of a project.
I'm almost lost for words. I'm excited, I'm nervous. I'm watching this thing sit in.
This is it. That's it. Keys are ready for you, sir.
Which of these is your favorite? Please let us know in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed this look back at some of our favorite builds, and be sure to follow us for even more great Hemmings content.